Hundreds of people's driver's licenses stored in a City Hall database for decades did not need to be there. That data ended up on the dark web. We thank you for joining us today for NBC4 at 5. I'm Jared Smalley.
And I'm Sierra Johnson, in for Jennifer Bullock. NBC4 Investigates Isabel Cleary first broke the extent of this hack when she saw our own employee's driver's license, including Colleen Marshall's, part of that breach.
Now, that data was collected when people visited City Hall. Some visits were more than 20 years ago. Isabel joins us now, and it's taken weeks for you to get the information showing just how long the city should be keeping data. What'd you find out?
Yeah, that's right, Jared, Sarah. Well, first of all, how long data should be kept differs with each department in the city of Columbus. Each one has a separate form that outlines what data is kept by that department and for how long. I looked into how this works and if the data I saw on the dark web should have been kept at all, according to these forms. These are called RC2 forms. They are a records retention schedule.
It dictates how long a specific record can be kept. So, for example, something like maybe something related to your driver's license or your driving history, maybe that can be kept for 6 years, 10 years.
Columbus has a different form for each city department. Here is a form for the mayor's office, last updated in February. It shows personnel files are to be kept for 5 years after an employee is terminated.
It is going to vary. Often that's going to vary because of the type of data a specific department is going to be holding. So, maybe a department of transportation, they have very specific types of records that are going to have very specific retention schedules. Anything to do with health or human services, that's going to be obviously very highly guarded data.
Data I saw on the dark web included 20 years of City Hall visitor logs, photocopies of driver's license, which in the hands of a threat actor can do some damage. We wondered why they were kept for so long. Is that city policy?
There can be legal consequences. It depends on the specific locality and the state government, et cetera. So some might actually carry a fine. Some of them could have some other type of penalty. So it depends on the regulatory body.
According to the mayor's office, visitor data from the City Hall security desk is held by the Department of Finance and Management. This form was last updated in May of this year, just over 2 months before the city knew about the attack. However, it has no mention of visitor data. Other forms, such as for the Department of Technology and Columbus Public Health, both updated in 2022, do list policies for visitor data. Both are supposed to keep these logs for 3 years. NBC4 Investigates has asked repeatedly, but still has not been given an answer as to why City Hall visitor data was kept going back at least 20 years.
When you're keeping data longer than you need it, you're essentially expanding or creating a bigger, kind of threat landscape or threat vector that can be, lead to additional exposure for the organization.
The mayor's office sent a statement saying in part, quote, "The city's instant response to the cybersecurity attack will certainly identify opportunities to revise existing protocols to further protect the city's data and IT infrastructure." For months, I've been trying to get an interview with the Department of Technology, but each time I am told the director does not have time. Now, Jared, Sarah, no one from the city would consent to an interview about this topic, and the city attorney's office actually told me that they could not do an interview because they were worried the questions might overlap or touch on pending questions with those class action lawsuits.
So while no one would consent to an interview, have you been able to speak with the mayor?
I did. I caught up with the mayor earlier this afternoon for the first time since we were told that that breach report would be coming out later than we were originally told. I asked him about it, and here's what he had to say.
This investigation takes a great deal of time, and we've got cyber experts that are helping to investigate what happened and what took place, and I think most importantly what we can be doing in the future to try to minimize the risk and protect the people of Columbus, our employees, our residents.
We have the full answer on our website, and ahead at NBC4 at 6, I'll show you what other cities in Ohio do with their data retention policies as well.
All right, Isabel, thank you. And of course, you can scan the QR code we're going to show you here on your screen. That'll take you to NBC4i.com/cityhack. There you'll be able to get all of Isabel's reporting on the aftermath of the cyber attack and how to update your cybersecurity.